Attention passionate Dallas, Cowboys. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Dallas Cowboys' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Dallas Cowboys fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Dallas, COWBOYSFANS. Let's get to the news now, guys. The NFL is always brewing with surprises, and this latest move involving the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers is no exception. It's a trade that's been whispering through league circles for some time now, and when the details started to surface, it became clear that this isn't just a minor roster adjustment. No, this is a strategic move that could significantly shake up the NFC landscape, especially when it comes to the Cowboys' defensive depth and their quest to finally get back to that Super Bowl stage. So, what exactly happened? Well, the Packers, coming off a somewhat mixed season that saw them struggle to find consistency at the quarterback position after Jordan Love's extension, are making a bold move. They've decided to send Xavier McKinney to Dallas in exchange for a second-round pick in 2026 and a fourth-round pick in 2025, while also adjusting their cap relief by around $12 million. That's a pretty significant shakeup when you consider how this impacts both teams' immediate future and their draft strategies. For the Packers, this move is about retooling their secondary and boosting their defensive versatility. Xavier McKinney, a 27-year-old safety, is a player who's been making waves in the league with his all-around play. Standing at 60 and weighing around 201 pounds, he's the kind of player who can do it all: cover tight ends, play deep safety, and even contribute in run support. His PFF grade of 92 over his career shows just how highly he's regarded in terms of consistency and impact. And this season, despite some injury setbacks, he's been a top-tier safety, leading the NFL with 6 interceptions through the first part of 2025, along with 13 pass defenses, 72 tackles, and a coverage grade of 91. That's elite stuff. And when you dig into his stats, you see a player who excels in coverage, especially in the deep thirds of the field. His EPA per target of -0.44 indicates he often prevents completions downfield, and his run support stats, about 89% tackling, show he's also reliable against the run. Plus, his ability to generate turnovers is impressive, averaging close to 19 turnovers per game over his career. Even with a minor injury in Week 5, an apparent hip injury that limited his snaps to around 68%, he bounced back in Week 8 with 2 interceptions against the Lions, demonstrating resilience and high-level play when healthy. Looking at the big picture, this trade isn't just about adding a talented safety. It's about what McKinney brings to the Cowboys. Dallas's defense, which has been solid but occasionally inconsistent, now gains a rangy, versatile safety who can bolster their secondary and provide much-needed depth, especially after losing Wilson and other rotational players. The Cowboys have been operating with a somewhat depleted backfield, and adding McKinney fits perfectly into their scheme, especially in their too-high safety look. Now the NFL world is buzzing because this move isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about upgrading the entire secondary and creating a more aggressive, ball-hawking defense. McKinney's ability to read plays and make quick, decisive moves will complement the existing pieces like Kearse, giving Dallas a more formidable unit in the deep middle of the field. This is particularly relevant given the division's current landscape, where the Cowboys are battling tough opponents like the Eagles and Giants, who have potent passing attacks. And if you think about the timing, this move comes at a crucial point in the season. The Cowboys are sitting with a record of 3-4, and while that's not ideal, they're still very much in the hunt. The addition of McKinney could be a catalyst for a second-half surge, especially with the kind of impact he's projected to have. Analysts are already projecting an increase of about 9 turnovers for Dallas. Think of that, 9 extra possessions, just by having a player of McKinney's caliber on the field. That's the kind of difference-maker who can swing games, especially in tight battles where every possession counts. But it's not just about the stats, it's about the chemistry and the fit. McKinney, who's been a Pro Bowler in 2024, has shown that he thrives under schemes that allow him to be aggressive and versatile. His 2025 season stats, which include 6 interceptions, 13 pass defenses, and a coverage grade of 91, underscore his elite status. His ability to cover the deep routes, deny separation, and make tackles, about 89% of the time, means he's a true high-impact safety. And with the Cowboys, defense ranking in the top 12 in passing yards allowed per game at around 230 yards, adding a player like McKinney could push that number even lower, making their aerial defense more formidable. Now, let's talk about the broader implications. For the Packers, this move is partly about cap management. McKinney's $68 million deal carries a cap hit of around $14 million in 2026. But the trade frees up $12 million that can be redirected to other parts of their roster, like Jair Alexander. The Packers are rebuilding, and although some skepticism remains about their injury issues, Christian Watson has missed 2 games due to injuries. They're making calculated moves to stay competitive. With odds still at +8-0, their season remains unpredictable, but this trade suggests they're looking long-term, trying to rebuild that defense with draft picks and strategic signings. For the Cowboys, this trade is a statement. It signals that they're all in on contending now, especially with the back end of their roster. Their cap space, around $31 million, gives them flexibility as the deadline approaches, and they're clearly looking to reinforce their defense for the playoff push. Adding McKinney isn't just about plugging a hole. It's about elevating the entire unit, creating a secondary that can challenge even the best passing offenses in the league. Looking ahead, the projections for Dallas are promising. The addition of McKinney and the consistent play of Kearse form a duo that's expected to generate around 9 turnovers in the second half of the season. Their defense, which currently allows about 230 passing yards per game, could see that number drop further with McKinney's ability to disrupt passes and make plays on the ball. His presence should also open opportunities for sacks, especially for players like Parsons, who benefits from having a safety that can help support the pass rush and eliminate big plays. And when we look at the bigger picture, this is reminiscent of past moves that transformed teams, just like the trade of Adams in 2024 for the Jets, which added about 140 tackles and improved their run defense. McKinney, with his ability to generate turnovers and cover deep, is that kind of X-factor for Dallas. The Cowboys are aiming for a deep playoff run and possibly a Super Bowl, and this move brings them closer to that goal. With odds improving from +8-0 to +4-0, the betting markets see a real chance for Dallas to make some noise, especially if McKinney's impact lives up to expectations. Now, wrapping this all up, what does it mean for the upcoming games? Well, expect to see the Cowboys' defense become more aggressive and disciplined. McKinney's knack for forcing interceptions, especially in critical moments like against the Eagles, where he's already shown he can make plays with an average of 7-8 yards per pass, could be the difference in a handful of close games. His ability to make those game-changing plays, combined with the existing talent on the roster, could push Dallas into a new echelon of defensive dominance. The team's coaching staff, led by Mike McCarthy and defensive coordinator Dan Quinn, will undoubtedly leverage McKinney's strengths. His experience, combined with the scheme fit, will allow Dallas to be more versatile in coverage schemes, particularly in their too high looks that rely heavily on safety play. The secondary, which has sometimes been exposed this season, now gets a much-needed boost. All these factors add up to a bigger narrative. Dallas is not just trying to patch holes. They're aiming to build a championship-caliber defense that can take them all the way. The addition of Xavier McKinney is a bold statement, a signal that they're in it to win it, that they're willing to make bold moves to secure their place among the NFL's elite. And for us Cowboys fans, it's an exciting time because this move could very well be the catalyst for a deep playoff run, even a Super Bowl appearance. So, as we look at the season's trajectory, keep a close eye on how McKinney integrates into the Dallas defense. Watch how he influences the game with his instincts and ball skills. And remember, this isn't just a trade. It's a statement of intent from the Cowboys, a team that's hungry for another shot at the Lombardi Trophy. The NFC is fierce, but with players like McKinney, Dallas is positioning itself as a serious contender, ready to take on any challenge the rest of the league throws their way. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this move? Do you believe Xavier McKinney will be the X-factor that pushes Dallas over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're in for an exciting second half of the season, and this trade could be the spark that ignites a new chapter of success for America's team.